Hey guys, it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar. I'm going to be doing a timeless pick a card reading, so whenever you come across it, if you are feeling drawn, this can hold a message for you. We're going to be looking at what's going on behind the scenes. What are you not aware of? What's going to come to light soon? So with that being said, we have 4 different groups to choose from. We have number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want you to use your intuition to tune into your message. So take a moment, give yourself some space, and see what you're feeling drawn to. You may find that you're drawn to more than one card, or more than one image, more than one pile, however you want to put it. And that's totally fine too. You'll find the timestamps in the comments or the description box. Most likely the description box. They'll definitely be there. And you can go straight to your messages. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. I hope this message finds you happy, healthy, and blessed. And hopefully it provides you with some insight. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, so if you chose group number 1 here, it says here, you are worthy of kindness and care just as you are now. So knowing that you are worthy in this moment, no matter what you may feel like you're not, or you know what I mean, anything like that. So let's go ahead and see what the cards say. We have here attraction with parsley. We've got Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. We have the 2 of Wands, as well as some astrology cards. We have the Square, the Trine, and Jupiter. So you know what's interesting actually with the Square and the Trine? So the Square, of course, can represent challenges. It can create tension in our life. It can kind of sound alarms, as it says there as well. It can make us feel pressure and all of that, right? So often during challenging times, there's a reason for it because it's sort of kicking our butt into action. And I want to say that for a lot of you, if you've experienced some sort of challenge, do know that this is sort of divinely guided in order for you to kind of get to where you need to be. This is sort of like a message of encouragement, because behind the scenes, things are working out in your favor. Now, think about it. After the conjunction, we have the sextile, and then we have the square, and then we have the trine. So in terms of aspects, right? And so basically, like say you were having a 7th house transit, let's say, as an example, and then for instance, something's up in the 10th house, that's a squaring position. So when it gets to the 10th house, it's going to square that 7th house. And when it gets to the 11th house, of course, because that's an air house, and 7th house is also air, so that's a trine. And so to me, what this represents is that there will be, behind the scenes, kind of what's happening is that the things that are kind of happening in your life right now, especially if you face certain challenges, these are going to smooth out and you're going to find more harmony. A lot of times, like I said, the squares happen because oftentimes, like, we're just going to be the type of people who take action when things are rough, when things are, when we're feeling faced with a challenge, you know what I mean? We're more likely to get off our butt, our butt and like get something done, as an example. Or, you know what I mean? It might be about changing our stance towards something as well, right? And again, it's a reorientating like kind of aspect. So it's like we reorientate where we want to go with something, what we want to do. And like I said, I feel like with the trine here and Jupiter, there's going to be a much easier period coming your way. And like all of these, so what's going on behind the scenes essentially is that all of the challenges that you've been facing are kind of, in a way, meant to help you find your alignment and to get into that flow. The 2 of Wands promises me that you will have plenty of options and possibilities, and that there will be a lot of optimism as well. And the other thing too with Akasha, it says your guidance is divinely guided. So what's interesting here also is that there's this message of divine guidance in terms of the decisions you're making. When you're feeling led to do something, there is some sort of spiritual force that is trying to, encourage you down the correct path. So yeah, I definitely see things getting easier in your life in the near future, especially if you have been feeling challenged. And this might be about finding ways to get through it, right? But we could see travel, luck, you know, expansion all coming your way here with Jupiter. And like I said, I think that there's going to be a positive, especially for some of you. Actually, I'm going through the Jupiter square Jupiter transit right now myself. But maybe some of you are having some sort of Jupiter thing going on that, or will be coming up on the near future, which will have a huge impact on your life, right? And the attraction card, the parsley card, it says someone or something is going to hold your attention and tempt you. It's also likely you will find yourself the focus of someone else's attention. There are other opportunities coming along soon, so don't be dissuaded by any setbacks as the bigger picture is about to emerge. Something may end, but it will make way for a much needed change and better times ahead. Better luck and happiness is around, and there are indications of a sort of rebirth that is greatly empowered, hardier, and more successful than before. Romance is also suggested. So again, for some of you, this could be marriage. Jupiter, especially in a lady's chart, can show husband. So of course that maybe for some of you it could be that. But like I said, there's definitely something that it's like even better is coming your way, and you're going to find that things are all happening for a reason. And that's the other thing too with the Two of Wands. I love how he's at the top of the tower and he sort of sees far ahead. And I feel like you're going to get like sort of a bird's eye view into terms of like why this happened or what's been going on or why this was, you know what I mean? Like I said, because every challenge sort of presents us with possible solutions. And I think that's something that's coming as well, but you'll understand why it was happening as well, that it was sort of divinely guided, that it was meant for your path in some way, because it's going to make things easier, because you might take the actions necessary to get to that easier place. I see a lot of spiritual growth for you guys as well. Yeah, look at this cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. And the other thing that you may not see is that there are spiritual entities like your spirit guides, past ancestors and loved ones, and you know what I mean, higher things from higher realms that are looking over you and trying to kind of help you out. And the thing about it is that we may not see why something's not working for us, but it's actually like a protective thing, right? It's actually, well, this is not good for them at this time. It should be like this, or it might be better for them to get this, right? Let me see here. Spirit guides, tell me more. What's happening behind the scenes? Someone you know is undependable and insincere with the feather here. So this could also talk about challenges in relationships where, you know, you're not seeing other people for who they are. And maybe one of the things that's happening behind the scenes is that you're going to kind of see those that were undependable or insincere, they're removed from your life for a reason. Some of you may even find out that someone that you're having a challenge with is not for you. And it's like, at least you find out now rather than later, or, you know what I mean, when you're already attached or something. And of course, if you have been sort of experiencing people that are like that, just sort of undependable, especially for those of you dating right now, I feel if you've felt like a lot of your dates just fall through or things are not really going your way in love, you know what I mean, it seems like everyone's, you know, kind of bullshit, insincere, not really for you. Again, I feel like there will be a better flow with someone who's very expansive and very, I would say very like to be like a spouse material, you know what I mean? And of course, like I said, there's a lot of potential coming for you in the future in regard to that. We also have good advice from a wise person. So I would say pay attention behind the scenes to advices coming your way, because there might be even the smallest little things that we can overlook can make a huge impact on us. Or it's just like somehow we pick up a radio message. It's like a, you know what I mean? Like we turn on the radio, we hear a message and we're like, oh, it's like we tuned in just at the right time. But sometimes it's easy for us to overlook those little moments. So definitely pay attention to those things, because I feel like the universe is sending you kind of messages in terms of your growth. And that's kind of what I get, more of that kind of message. Of course, there could be an actual person who will share something very wise with you, and you should definitely heed that advice. See, we have someone new entering your life. So yeah, there is somebody new coming into your life as well very soon. We have a journey, either physical or mental. I feel like for some of you, there might be some travel coming up in your life, to be honest. You might be moving or going somewhere you've never been before. Oh my God, look at this. Okay, we have, let me get the other card. It's the angel card. No, wow, that's crazy. Okay, hold on. Okay, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Look at you have angels watching out over you. You definitely are very protected from the other side. Look at that. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So for some of you, financially too, you might feel like, I feel like there are at least two struggles. It could be financial and home, or it could be family and home, or it could be family and financial, or it could be love and financial, or I feel like a lot of you have two things going on, like two different challenges. And these are the ones that are going to like let up. Especially for a lot of you, I do see like something financially coming your way. The other thing about what's going on behind the scenes that you don't see it, and then we have a path of money's waiting for you to find it. I always tell people this in my 6-month readings that I do, but I've had this card show up for me when I had like an income source, but I was not tapping into it and I wasn't noticing it. Now, for some of you, that may be the case, that you are kind of being presented with some sort of income path, and maybe you're not fully understanding how big it could be or how validating it could be for you financially. Perhaps it's like you're questioning it or you're not really sure. But for others of you, that's going to be presented to you very, very soon, okay? It's just waiting for you after these challenges and like kind of where you're going. It does feel like you guys are on a specific journey. And I do see movement, like I really do. And I think you're almost there. Look at how she's almost to this like end. I feel like you're very, very close to some big changes in your life. And yeah, I love it. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading and it was helpful for you at this time. I wish you the very, very best. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store. I will be closing my shop on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from now on, because I do have a 4-day turnaround on my regular readings and I really need to have the weekend off. So I'm just kind of making that announcement that if you go there on Tuesday and Wednesday, at least here where I'm at, I may not have my shop open. And the reason why is just like I really do need some time off. I've been overworking myself. I've been too tired. And I'd like to save my weekends just for, you know, filming content for the channel and for my members area, which you can join too, by the way. But just letting you guys give a heads up on that. And yeah, if you want a reading, that's great. But anyways, you guys, I wish you the very, very best. Take care, and I'll see y'all in the next reading. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 2, you chose this little sticker. Oh my gosh, you guys, this one is adorable. I need this in my life. I may be a mess, but I'm doing my best. Right? Oh gosh, I feel that one so hard today and in general lately. So yes, you guys, you may be a mess, but you're doing your best, and that's all you can do, right? We have here cleanse, colt's foot. So what is happening behind the scenes? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Ooh, you guys are definitely cleansing some karma in your life right now. You guys are letting go of patterns that don't serve you, of contracts that you fulfilled. You're letting go, you know what I mean? You're letting go. And we also have that past life, so you might be going through some things in terms of your past life. So, oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's funny. For some of you, I'm going to be honest, you may be letting go or kind of clearing out. There may be something behind the scenes in terms of a soul contract between you and another person. This could be like a lover or somebody you've really liked or have placed a lot of investment on in the love department. And for some of you, this is actually some sort of soul tie that you have, but you're cleansing it because you've done it. You've done it and you've finished it. I feel like for a lot of you, you're already through that process and you're just cutting those cords now, or you're about to. And you're going to really be able to move on and let go because you've done the contract. You've done it. Like you're finished. And you're ready for something more stable. And so Pisces is very interesting here because Pisces is naturally, you know, kind of associated with the 12th house. And the 12th house, for me at least, personally, anyone I've ever read for that has really strong 12th house vibes, especially in whole sign, they tend to have really strong connections to past lives. They remember them more, which actually is why I think it makes it so difficult for them in this lifetime, because they're more influenced by it than others, maybe. And anyway, but the point is that I connect that sign very much to past lives, and in particular. And so, yeah, I can see how. The other thing too is that it can be very dreamy, and there can be a lot of things that go on behind the scenes with Pisces in general anyway. And so with the 5th house here, this could be like unattainable love affairs or lovers, or it's like it never works, or it always slips through your fingers, or you know what I mean? There's this energy to Pisces there in this particular case. And just because of the surrounding cards, of course, there's a lot of other things that have to do with Pisces, but I'm talking about in the relation to the reading, not like general people, you know, things. I'm talking about it in context. But yeah, unbound here. There's something that you're letting go of. And it was a soul contract. Like maybe for some of you, you wondered, why was I so hung up on that person? Why was I like this about that thing? Or why was I, you know, like so-and-so thing or whatever? And it's because of past life, or again, that soul contract. And it was there. It is something real. Maybe some of you have wondered, like, what did it all mean? Or what was it for? I feel like you'll you know what I mean? There's something going on behind the scenes in regard to that. Cleanse. Lifestyle changes are indicated as is a reminder to clear away things, both physical and conceptual, that are clogging up your environment, mind, and being. And there can also be that too. Releasing certain ideas to give yourself a more stable life and a more happier existence. And this could be like quitting smoking because you want more money to spend on your passions, on your hobbies, and to have a more fulfilling future. You know what I mean? Like smoking's expensive, as an example. That's just a random example, but it might be about letting go of like patterns that you've had, or like in contracts, like, you know what I mean, that you've made. You're working through it. And I feel like there's so much good ahead of you, to be honest. Some of you might be making a career or a livelihood out of a passion or a hobby as well. So it's getting rid of what you don't need or you know is not doing you any good. It's time for meditation and deeper thought, and focus on where you are placing your energy and time. Ensure you remain positive and do not involve yourself in gossip, negative energy, or underhanded tactics, because the negative effects will be greater than usual right now. So this is really interesting as well, because for some of you, and I know if you have been prone to get into that negative stuff at times, this is the best time to stay the heck away from it, because again, like it's saying, your karma is going to be a lot more forthcoming. It's going to come much quicker. And you know, if you are going through a hard time, and I'm not trying to blame anyone, and I don't want you guys to take offense to it, but try to think about what you've done, and if there's something that maybe you've done that's a pattern that could be coming back to you in some way. As well. That's another thing that could be happening behind the scenes. You know, I think we've all done it. And I know in my lifetime, I've definitely felt like I faced some punishment for things I've said. Even if it wasn't necessarily totally malicious, but it was thoughtless, it was careless, it was unkind. You know what I mean? Even if I didn't necessarily intend it like super evil. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like spirits definitely awakened me to some of my faults and my flaws. And so there could be a little bit of that going on for some of you, where you have a chance to rectify this, to gain compassion and understanding for maybe something you didn't see before as well. And that could be something that's presented to you too, is like understanding why you got addicted to that person, or why you got caught up to this thing, or why, you know what I mean? Like, I feel a lot of that. And like I said, I feel like there's a really stable period coming for you, and a lot of the changes that you're making are for your best long-term interest and growth. So let me see a little bit more here. What's going on behind the scenes? You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay, we've got here, keep your life in balance. So this is about being fair and balanced. We have August here as well, so there could be something showing up from August. Maybe some of you are born in the month of August, and this is just a confirmation of that. A lot of times when we're very much stuck to our past life, we can feel a little bit dissatisfied in this lifetime, because we're kind of holding on to this deep memory of what we had. And I've seen that a lot with people with sun in the 12th house in particular. So I don't know if some of you might have that, or a strong Pisces placement, or a strong like 12th house placement. But sometimes the dissatisfaction comes because you're not living in your memory, sort of. But it's not necessarily that you're meant to continue that always, you know what I mean? Okay. For a lot of you, I feel like finances are going to be improving, actually. Okay. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see what's happening behind the scenes. There's a woman here that's going to be bringing balance to your life. There might be a woman who brings fairness to your life. There could be somebody working in your favor behind the scenes in order to bring you more of a balance in some way. This could be like you getting an inheritance or something coming up for you in that way. Or maybe it's like somebody who wants to eye you, that's like wants to do a raise for you or something, or wants to provide you with some sort of opportunity financially. And we also have increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So I definitely see that with Pisces too. Strong spiritual growth coming your way. But we also have wealth and money things too, because we have that 10 of Pentacles. But we also have to pay attention to your finances. And if you've been feeling like your finances are not really going your way, like maybe you're not sure what to do with your finances, I do want to say there could be good advice coming your way in regard to long-term investment as well. So pay attention to that, even if, because this is stuff you're not seeing. So it's going to be like, maybe you're not even thinking about it right now, but it's going to come to you. Okay. Remember that because this is like the stuff you ideally, like, I mean, according to this reading, shouldn't be seeing these things exactly, right? Because it's happening behind the scenes. But yeah, so there could be something there. Something with your finances. Let me kind of look and see about that. Pay attention to the finances. What's going on there? This could be about money losing, as an example too. This could be overindulgence, spending too much on hobbies and not investing in the long term. There could be something there too, of course, because of the 10 of Pentacles and then the Pisces. What is happening with money behind the scenes in the near future? What's going to be happening? Oh, this is beautiful, the bouquet. Well, something nice will happen with money. Maybe it's like where you've been feeling like money is lacking, there's going to be more abundance coming your way with the bouquet, something nice. You might actually get a really nice gift as well, or somebody could be giving you something financially, or something that will help your finances. I could definitely see that coming. Oh yeah, look at that. Some of you might make more money through financially through social media or networking as well, the garden. This could also talk about maybe like through other people. So for some of you, if you have your own business, it might be about attracting more customers or more base. As an example, it could be like getting noticed at work by others, and like through those social situations, you're recommended, you're noticed, and all that sort of thing too. For some of you, of course, like if you're looking for a job and you're trying to improve your finances, I think it's like telling you to somehow get involved with others. So that could be getting on LinkedIn and like promoting yourself. It could be, you know what I mean, like talking to other people, asking questions, because there's a social aspect to the garden. It's definitely. And so again, if you are paying attention to your finances, I would look in that direction as well for you guys. And I'm going to just take one more final card for you guys. And passages. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Definitely feel a lot of transformative energy here, cleansing. Like I said, I can see a lot of you are being urged to cleanse things out of your life. Addictions, bad habits, bad thought processes, all that sort of thing. It's like you're cleansing. And I feel like that's what's going on. You're being really breaking some chains. And you may not even realize it. You know, time heals all wounds, okay? And maybe you feel like you're a mess, but you're doing your best, and you're going to find that things are a lot better in the future, okay? So anyway, that's your reading. If you would like a personal reading, you can do that by going on my Etsy store. I do have that. I will mention to you guys, I'm going to be closing my shop most likely on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from now on. And so you might have to come back on the other days to order or book a reading, because I'm going to be more strict about my 4-day turnaround time, because I haven't been able to go under that generally because I have a job, a full-time job, plus I do this, plus I do, you know what I mean? I have a million things I do, and I need the weekends off. Is what I've come to realize. Like I'm overdoing it. I'm too tired, and I'm going to be going to the doctor because I'm afraid of like, I don't know. I kind of wonder if there's something going on with my health a little bit too, because I've been feeling more exhausted than usual, but anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that heads up there about that. But yeah, you guys, if you want to join here as a member, you can and get some exclusive content. But otherwise, I wish you guys a blessed and beautiful day, and take care. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3, this is going to be your reading. You chose the sticker. It says, just because you are struggling now doesn't mean that you always will. Great message, right? A nice one to hear today for me. Freedom, number 23, mugwort. So what's happening behind the scenes? Awakening, energetic upgrade, a new way of being, integration. Oh, behind the scenes, you're definitely up-leveling in your life. Like your psyche, your subconscious, there's a lot going on in there in terms of you becoming a different person, awakening to a new version of yourself, having a whole different existence in many ways. And that a lot of that stuff happens gradually, you know? So we have here the Ace of Pentacles, we have Leo, and we have Mars. So what is going on? Well, first of all, I want to say that there's definitely a difference in how you're going to be presenting yourself to the world. I feel like that there's something going on behind the scenes in terms of maybe your confidence levels. You might be letting go of certain restrictions that you've had in regards to who you are as a person, how you express yourself. Maybe it's your confidence levels as well. And maybe you're listening to this right now and be like, I have zero confidence, 0%, Lisa, and there's no way. But actually, I feel like that there's going to be a shift happening within you to where you're gaining freedom in terms of how you present yourself to the world is one thing I'm getting. Obviously, there are going to be numerous messages, but that's the first one that I'm getting. Okay, so we have here freedom. Step back and observe because you are being given the opportunity to find pathways to the freedom that you desire. Meditation, divination, and visionary practices will help you find and explore major themes right now. You are being reminded to take heed of an intuitive experience or message you may have either ignored or not really understood. Maybe for some of you, you're actually getting a lot of synchronicities right now, but you're not really sure what they're about. I would definitely, encourage you to look up pick-a cards on that. Like, what do these signs mean? I don't think I have any like that, really. Maybe I do. I don't know. But there are plenty of other great readers out there that do. Now today is the time to trust what you feel inside, what you know to be your personal truth, and take the road to the freedoms it will offer. Remember, what is right for others will not necessarily be right for you. Listen to your own heart. And I love it because Leo is such an individual sign. It's about, it's very, I'm going to do, what feels good to me, and I'm going to express myself the way that I want to, especially with Mars there. Mars is our desire. It's our impulse. It's our, Mars wants to win and take action. And so for a lot of you, you may find opportunities coming your way in which you'll be able to take actions in a whole different way. And you may be presented with an opportunity. And for some of you, this opportunity might be coming back around again. And you will be able to kind of handle it better. That's something I'm seeing, is that the universe might be providing you with a second opportunity to something. It's like, here's your second opening. Do it now. You've got the confidence this time. Go for it. So maybe some of you are going to be restarting an old project, or you know what I mean? Or it's like an old hobby or an old desire. And maybe before you just didn't have the confidence for it, or you know what I mean? And I feel like the sky's the limit with whatever this is. The sky's the limit. What's happening behind the scenes? Look at this. We've got the tortoise slowly but surely getting ahead. So a lot of this stuff feels like maybe you've been dragging for a while. Like it hasn't been, going your way, right? Now, what's interesting is that, again, go back to that scroll message. I put that there intuitively. Just because you're struggling now doesn't mean you always will. So this is so important for you, that the struggle that you're currently going through, maybe where you're feeling like you don't have freedom or you don't have opportunity or there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be a change there. Okay, we also have the vine. Seek out information that will help you. So what's behind the scenes? There's some information that could help you to advance. Okay, so that's one thing. I feel like that there's certain information that you need to look into that maybe you just haven't seen just yet. Look at this boat. Money or property through an inheritance, a winning or windfall. Okay, so money. And I see that too with the Ace of Pentacles, obviously. That could be some coin coming your way, some money of some kind. There could be a winning coming your way that you don't see coming. Like, it's like the universe is trying to send you, well, I would hope, obviously this couldn't be for everybody, but it's funny because Leo is associated with the 5th house of gambling. And so I kind of wonder if some of you could win something. And that's kind of being facilitated behind the scenes. But of course, like, I don't want to get everyone's hopes on that because this is a general reading. But it could be a win according to what you're going through, right? And we have here shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. If you're making your business decisions, also could be directed to making a better impact in your life. Like, you may find that how you're approaching career, your job, work, finances, this sort of things that are, represent the earthly stability. It's like there's something that I feel like there's something that will pay off. Like, it's sort of like you see ahead and you're like, oh, look at that. My box just fell in my closet. Anyway, but it's like you sort of see an opportunity or something, and then it's like it comes your way. You know what I mean? Or like you have the chance to change it or whatever. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. And then, of course, we have happiness and excitement. We also have work achievement and success. So, yeah, I feel like generally what is going on behind the scenes is that there's something going on with your money and your career. For you guys out of the groups, like, I mean, other groups had some of this too, but this is very strongly career focused, oriented, like business, career, money, stability, things of that nature. And even think of the ant as well. It's like the little things that they do, like every day, are what add up to sustenance and, like, long-term achievement and security. And so that's another thing I see here too, is that you're like making good choices, or some of the choices that you're making right now are good. Maybe if you've recently invested something or whatnot, you will find that there will be dividends later, or you'll be somehow getting back something from it as well. So it's like it's somehow building, even if it's slow. You know what I mean? So maybe for some of you, maybe it's an investment of your time, right? And it is going. It is going. And for some of you with the Vine even, it makes me feel like if you're doing something on social media or internet related or networking related, networking could be just like, through, your regular job, like whatever you do. It doesn't have to be like social media or some kind of presence like that. It could be that you are kind of making connections behind the scenes that will lead to good results in the future as well. I just feel like you're going to win at something, is what I feel. Like Leo and Mars, Mars and Leo, it makes me think of like you're going to win. You're going to come out on top on something. Because like I said, Mars is a winner. Mars wants to win. And Leo also too is kind of very much like that. So it's like, I feel like you're going to be taking actions that will lead to your growth. And you currently probably are, even if it seems a bit slow. Okay, let's see. Anything else here happening behind the scenes? We have a lady and a letter. And a lady. Okay, so there's communication between two ladies here going on behind the scenes. This could be in regards to something about you. It could be you and another person that's communicating something, or it could be two people communicating about you. What is it? Like, what is it? Okay. There's loyalty and friendship here. This is interesting. For some of you, there might be a consistent communication that needs to happen in order for some of these things to be facilitated, or there could be you may be gaining a supporter in a situation. For some of you, this might be quite specific. It's almost like, oh man, okay, this is so specific, I guess. I'll just say it because, I mean, come on, I got to get the message through. But for some of you, there might be two people in your life, two women. like particularly because we have the two ladies, and there could be some sort of communication or gossip going on, and one is trying to diminish the friendship or something of the other one, or their loyalty, and that is not going to happen. Okay, what to do in this situation? Yeah. Watch. Oh, you know what I'm going to say? If someone does try to diminish an idea that you have and seems to be like in good faith, you go to this person and you say something to them, and then they kind of like knock your idea, just do it anyway, because you're going to find abundance with it. So if there's somebody knocking your ideas, that's like a little bit behind the scenes, like, because they may do it slightly with like little discouraging comments. They don't have to just say your idea sucks. It could be like little things, kind of like doubtful comments. That's kind of what I feel the most out of that message for the majority of you. So watch out for that type of person and do it anyway, because you could find, it almost feels like, and again, you may not see this right now. This might be something that will come soon. Okay. So don't think that it has to be something at this very moment, but you might have an idea or something like that. Like maybe it's a plan, an idea, whatever. And it's like you tell it to someone else, and maybe you have good faith in that person. You think that they're trustworthy, but then they start to say something that diminishes your idea or makes you double think, is it actually a good idea? Well, maybe they're right. And then it's like, no, you do it. Do it despite it, okay? Because I do feel so much work in like work success coming your way, financial success, and I wouldn't want you to let anyone else diminish it or ruin an opportunity, because I feel like for a lot of you there is like some sort of opportunity coming around, and I have a feeling that you're in a different position. It's kind of like, okay, I had a book idea once in my life, like a novel idea, right? It was like in my early 30s, late 20s, early 30s was when the first idea came. And I kind of like never got it done right. And I looked back at it and thought, well, I'm kind of glad I didn't write it, because I don't think I would have been mentally prepared at that time, actually. I don't think I was actually ready to write that book at that time. And I think I would probably do something better in the future with it, as an example. And so it may be like if something came your way, it's like maybe you weren't ready for it energetically then, but you will be the next time around. You're going to have that confidence that maybe you didn't have when you initially started it, or you might have the wisdom that you didn't have, or the more experience, whatever it is. But I feel like you're getting a second chance at something is what I'm getting. And you're definitely going through some strong energetic, like I said, upgrades and integrations in your life. And I do feel like you're being let out of a cage. Look at that freedom. The cage is opening. So there's an opportunity to get yourself out of a stuck situation as well coming for you. So even if you just feel stuck where you live or stuck in your career, there's, like I said, freedom coming. And it's like you're going to make it happen too. It's going to be your actions really that dictate the outcome. So that is what I've got to say. I really, really wish it helped you. And if you have, a desire to get a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy. As I've kind of been mentioning throughout this video, just as like a general update, I probably will be closing my shop on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And the reason why is because I have a 4-day turnaround. It's 4 days after purchase. So like if you buy it on the 1st, I count 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Okay. I start counting after that. And so anyway, I'm just trying to make sure my weekends are clear. I have been working every single day for a very long time, my full-time job plus all of this, and I do a lot of readings, and then I homeschool my kids, and it's very exhausting to keep up with everything. And I just was in tears last weekend, feeling so tired and frustrated, and I'm just like, I never get any time off. I never get any free time. And, I'm like, this is my choice, okay? I'm sure no one's going to crucify me for like taking a few days off so I can have my weekends free. I know you guys wouldn't. So it's like, why am I not doing it? This is my fault. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and do that plan. And so for the most part, I'm not going to be doing readings on the weekends unless it's like something, like an astrology report that I'm finishing up, or planning for doing stuff for the channel, content, like that kind of stuff. So then I can at least have, some more free time. But anyway, that's the deal there. So if you do go there and it's closed, do know it will reopen, okay? And with that being said, I wish you the very best. Take care. If you want to join here as a member on the channel, you can get some exclusive pick a card content. But otherwise, you guys, take care. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4 here, we have a message. It's a good world because you're in it. So one of the things I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat in terms of going behind the scenes of what you're not seeing, you're making a really good impact on the world around you. And there are plenty of things that you do that you don't see the outcome of, but you create good in people's lives. And let me give you like a good example of this. Like it kind of came to me as I was sitting down to do this before I started the camera. Okay, for instance, this is just like, say you're fixing something for somebody. Say they have a phone issue and you fix it. Okay? And somehow when you fix that phone issue, they were able to get a call that somehow, help them in some way. I guess it's sort of like, I feel like you're putting out a lot of things that have positive repercussions in people's lives. Maybe it's complimenting somebody and really making their day. And it's like, you don't know how much that made them go home in a better mood, which caused them to, repair a rift with someone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you guys are actually making a lot of positive impacts in the world, and you may not even know it because it's such little things that you do. And so anyways, good job on that. And I just wanted to kind of say that. So let's see, we got flow, ginkgo. We've got the ever unfolding rose. We've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. If you've been saving for something, your wish is going to be coming true, or you're going to be able to afford it, or you're going to get it, or something like that, okay? Okay, so let's get into it. So we have that flow card, ginkgo, number 21. And that card says, if you are challenged in any way, then you are being offered hope and the resilience required. There is a possibility of achievement if you simply go along with the flow, but you need to be patient as things must take their natural course in time. Although this is the case, balance still has to be found. So, wow, they need a comma there. Okay. Although this is the case, balance still has to be found, and perhaps some moderation should be practiced to help find it. You may discover that looking more closely at your personal motivations and your recent reactions will lead to greater understanding. So that's interesting, behind the scenes, looking closely at your personal motivations and your recent reactions. So that's really something, because I feel like that there could be a lot of spiritual growth here happening for you that helps you to flow. It's so funny because the semi-sextile is flowing and like allowing, right? And we have that flow card there too. So I do feel like that there's a flow trying to come through in a place where maybe there's a bit of stagnation. Anyway, it says you may discover looking more closely at your personal motivations and your recent reactions will lead to a greater understanding. This is a period of rest, and a recharge could be of value right now. So here's one thing I will say, and look at how she's kind of laying back. What is happening behind the scenes? There may be a period of rest, of stopping for a minute, but it's only because things are going to come good when you allow it. So if you've been really holding on tight to something, it's not helping your cause, okay? So if you're overthinking it, like say you want love and it's like you just keep watching like 50 love readings, or you know what I mean, you just keep like investing so much of your time and energy and clinging on hard to something. It's like the minute you let go is when I feel like the flow is going to come in. Okay. So that's just kind of a message of something you might not be seeing, because it's like energetically, there's something there to that. Now, because it says there's a possibility of achievement if you simply go along with the flow, and you need to be a bit patient and understand that it's going to come your way. You just got to let it. And the thing about it says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And again, if you take like something not happening on your time frame as a personal attack or whatever, know that it's like, because that's not the case. Spirit's not doing it because it's trying to punish you or make you wait or make you suffer longer. It's just, you know what I mean? Like the right moment hasn't come, or it's the right situation. It's like, I often tell people about this story, but it's true. It's like I was wanting to move out when I got to the U.S. out of my mom's house, and it's like it took me a long time to get out of the situation. And I love my mom very dearly. We're like best friends. She's like literally my best friend. So it's nothing personal, but you know what I mean? As an adult with a family and stuff like that, of course I want my own place. And you know, it just was not working out. It's like every time the door would get slammed in my face, and it was so frustrating. And then guess what? It all worked out perfectly. Like it all worked out exactly as it should, even if it wasn't on my time frame. And but it worked out even better than I ever imagined. So, you know what I mean? Like, you just sometimes, I feel like that there's that message of having faith and just letting things go, and it will flow to you very easily, you know, once you do that. Okay, let's see here. I also want to say that there could be somebody that sees a lot of potential in you right now that you're not seeing. Somebody could be really looking at you and admiring and looking at you as like a possible, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it could be at work as an example, who could be seeing you in a positive light and seeing the potential you hold long term. So that's another thing that you may not be seeing that's going on behind the scenes, is that you do have somebody, I would say in a position of power, a mentor of some kind, who really does see some potential. And what else is coming through behind the scenes? Slowly but surely getting ahead. Look at that. So you are getting ahead even if you don't see it. Protection from a powerful friend. You guys definitely have somebody looking out for you. I want to say that for some of you, and I'm going to look into this. Let me see, who is this friend? Because you've got somebody protecting you, somebody really looking after you in your life, and that's not something you're seeing at this time. This could be in the workplace. We have the Tower in the clouds. You know what? Protection from a powerful friend. You might be surprised to find out that there's actually somebody who looks over you or looks at you and really admires you, but you might think that they don't pay attention to you at all, or that you may even think they're annoying. You may actually think this person's annoying, but they're actually looking out for you. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. And they've stood up for you. And actually, you may have someone stand up for you really soon, and you're in a difficult situation. Okay? Oof, sorry. I'm going to grab that. I kind of like threw it off the desk on accident. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Teardrops. Great personal sorrow. And oh my goodness, look at that. Great personal sorrow and heartache over what you no longer have. Well, if you guys have been feeling sad about something, I want you to know that it's not happening. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay. So it's not meant to, like, it's not a punishment to you, but it is something that will allow you to get growth. Okay. And don't worry. You know, the sextile, the semi-sextile, I don't use non-Ptolemaic aspects, so I don't pay attention to them much, to be honest, so I'm not sure. But the sextile comes after the conjunction. So that's always the first aspect after a conjunction. So when everything's very intense in the conjunction, then you get that semi-sextile, which allows. So some of you might be moving through something like that, where you're getting into that sextile energy. And yeah, so heartache over what you no longer have. Again, I feel like that there's some sort of getting ahead there. Like there's a need to let go of it. Maybe for some of you, it's like you do kind of hold on to certain sorrows from the past. Like maybe you still hold on to ideas of like, I can't do it, I fail, I suck, I'm this, I'm that, I lack, I don't have. You know what I mean? That could be really affecting you. But overall, though, I still feel like that there's some important things happening that are meant to help you flow better in your life. And look at this, chain of events that will affect your life. There are many things going on right at this moment that are going to affect you down the line. Like, there are so many fated events happening at this time. And fated events, honestly, can be so small and minuscule, you'll not even notice them. It's like meeting that friend that actually turns you on to something 4 years later down the line in your friendship that has a huge impact on your life. So do know that there's like huge things going on. Even if you feel like life is slow, it's boring, there's not much going on, maybe you're feeling a bit disappointed about something, do know that there are fated events coming. There's also an exciting event coming your way as well. So something good's going to be happening in your life that you don't see coming. What kind of exciting event? We have birds. Ooh. Ooh, an exciting event. Oh, some of you might hear from somebody you haven't heard from in a long time. Okay. For others of you, You may be chatting with somebody new in your life that could become a long-term commitment, or there could be something going on with a partner. If you're in a partnership, there could be something going on in terms of where you thought you hit a brick wall or that there was no possibility. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Any other further message here, Spirit, for group number 4? What they don't see. What's behind the scenes? Nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. That's okay. This is interesting. Because look at this. This one is kind of hiding. She's kind of like holding on and being careful. This one's quite satisfied. And Sagittarius is a sign of like being enthusiastic and adventurer, of taking the leap, of going for something, a happy-go-lucky attitude, being adventurous. And so, you guys, I think some of you might move or need to move in order to create a happier life, okay? I'm just going to say that too. For some of you behind the scenes, that's what needs to happen. My dog is having a dream. Can you hear him? He's so cute. Oh my goodness. He can't like live without me. He has to be up near me like at all times. He just turned 14. You might have seen him in my videos before, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading, and I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you'd like a personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy store. Just a heads up, as I said to the other groups in this reading, I'm going to be shutting my shop down on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and the reason why is because I want to take the weekend off, and I do have a 4-day turnaround. So, and what I mean by 4-day turnaround, I mean 4 days after purchase. So, you know, if you buy it on like the 1st, as an example, I'm going to count 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You'll get it on the 5th, okay? Because I start counting 24 hours after. Anyway, so just because that would kind of take it so I wouldn't have stuff on the weekend being scheduled, that's kind of what I'm doing. It's just that I've been working too much. I have a full-time job, plus I do all of this, plus my membership area, plus personal readings, homeschooling my kids. I'm just tired. So I've been needing some time off, and I've decided that weekends are going to be where I can spend time with my family and just chill and maybe do content for the channel, but not do personal readings or anything else. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. So if you do get on there and it's not open, do know that it will be. Just save it, save the listing or something, go back to it and all of that. But anyway, you can also join here as a member on the channel and get some exclusive pick a card readings behind the scenes. But either way, you guys take care and have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.